we all get older, many of us have great memories of summer camp when we were kids. Now you can help give other children in our community that same experience.
Cassidy Solper and Gabe Bumstead are here to tell us about Camp Wildcat and a fundraiser coming up. Welcome to the show, ladies.
Hi, thanks for having us.
Well, I'm so excited. Let's talk about what is Camp Wildcat.
Yeah, so Camp Wildcat is a student-run nonprofit at the University of Arizona, and we take underprivileged kids out on weekend-long camping trips, where we then encourage them to see college and general success as attainable goals. And all of these trips are completely free for the kids. We do 7 a year, and they're on weekends throughout the school year, and we even have one at the end of the summer that's at the Grand Canyon.
Wow, so this is kind of like an outdoorsy. We're trying to get kids outdoors. So I know you said we're having one that goes to the Grand Canyon, but what other places may we be going to?
Often we go up to Mount Lemmon. A lot of times, even though these kids might be from Tucson and might have lived there their whole lives, they have never made the trip up the mountain before. So it's a really cool time for us to be able to take them outside and have all these experiences with them for the first time.
And is there a certain age range that you look at, or any prerequisites that you have to qualify?
So what we do is we focus on the schools. So Title I schools will reach out to us and apply to come on camp, and then we'll select a school to come and take only kids from that school. But we take 4th and 5th graders and 7th and 8th graders.
Okay, and so where did this even start? I mean, this is a great idea. I think this is great for the kids. How did this all get founded?
Rich Sjogren, who was a graduate student here at the University of Arizona. And in '65, he came to the campus and decided he'd had a similar experience in California and wanted to, set it up here. And Rich was like a tall, blonde, lanky, kind of low-key sort of guy. And he started talking to people, and it got started. And his idea was that he would get it started and teach people how to run it, and then they would teach other people, and it's been continuing for 50 years. So it's leadership skills, how to organize a camp, how to counsel children, and then also how to share going to college is an option for all kids.
So you mentioned that this is, of course, your 50th year. Now, what kind of special plans do we have for our 50th year celebration here?
We're actually having a 50th anniversary celebration for the entire weekend of April 17th through the 19th. That includes Friday night, which is the April 17th. We're having a meet and greet where all alumni from all 50 years, no matter what era, can come, meet up with their friends, see people they haven't seen in who knows how long.
Oh, yeah.
Well, and a lot of people say that, oh, I wish I could meet up with so-and-so. I saw them in camp, and that was so awesome when we had such a great summer. I think a reunion is such a good idea as a celebratory way.
Well, and then Saturday morning, we also have an activity on front of the Student Union. And so we're going to have tents with camps and activities and art. And so alumni will bring their children. Some of the current Camp Wildcat kids will come. And then Saturday night, we're going to be at the Student Union, and we're going to have skits, fun stories, and more stories, and a silent auction. And so this is something that people will be able to gather with their eras because you make friends, I mean lifelong friends. So that's the fun part of it, as well as knowing that you really have an impact on the kids of Tucson.
Yeah. Ladies, I'm wondering, did either of you ever go to this camp when you were a kid?
No, unfortunately not. I'm not from Tucson, but if I was, I sure wish I could have. We have had counselors, though. Even just last month, we were talking to people on campus, and somebody walked by and was like, wait, Camp Wildcat? I went on that when I was a kid, and they signed up to be a counselor right there. So
yeah.
Well, is that a way that people can help out, or is there ways they can help with the funding, or just in general, how can we help?
Well, if you aren't a student going to college, and we take PIMA students too, but if you aren't a student going to college, we do have all kinds of fundraisers, and you can always donate by going to campwildcat.org, and there'll be all kinds of information on that for you.
And then the Saturday auction will have all sorts of things from, various art, trips, books, etc. And then the other thing, a lot of times people donate, and then we've been very generous. The City of Tucson has helped with food donations, camping equipment donations, all sorts of things. So, and that's been consistent over the years. So we're just really fortunate that we live in a place that people want to give back to the kids of Tucson.
And it's fortunate we live in an area where there's tons of outdoor things that the kids can get involved.
Exactly.
So ladies, thank you so much for coming and telling us more about this. And these fun Camp Wildcat events will take place on April 18th at the University of Arizona. A complete breakdown of the schedules on your screen right now. Take a look. And for more information, you can call 621-7048 or log on to campwildcat.org.